Hello, I'm Zaccura and welcome back to my channel, and today's art and chat is part 2 in my forest animal calendar project. Part 1 went up a couple of weeks ago where I painted a fox, and today we're painting an owl. Hooray! And chatting about the process and also talking a little bit about Inktober near the end of this video. Some of y'all have asked me if I will be participating this year, so stay tuned. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support you showed me on that last video, the part 1 of this forest animal series thingy. You guys gave me so many forest animal suggestions, and also just about the whole subject that I discussed in that video about finding balance as an artist and prioritizing art over posting online. I was admittedly a little hesitant all around with that video because, like I mentioned in it, I didn't really like the lighting. I wasn't sure it was a high quality enough video to post, and wasn't sure you guys were gonna like it. And on top of that, I wasn't sure people were going to relate to what I was talking about. Was I just going to sound like I was complaining or sound unappreciative or something? But it was kind of amazing actually to hear how many creators and artists struggle with the exact same thing, and actually how relatable it was to a lot of you guys. And hearing that from you just kind of further brought home the point for me about how we all just kind of have to focus on doing good work. You know, whatever that means for you, whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you geek out about, just do good work and then find a way to share that work, even if it's not perfect, even if it doesn't fit expectations of so-called good quality content, because if what you're sharing is real, that's going to be the stuff that connects the most with people, and also the stuff that makes you most happy. And frankly, why else do we do all of this if that isn't the goal, right? We do YouTube, we do art because we love it and we enjoy it, and we share it with the world because we want to help and inspire other people. So just, you gotta always keep that first place, damn it. But yeah, deep stuff right there. Anyway, y'all just know how much I appreciate you guys, and I guess it's a tradition for me to get deep and sappy about it every so often, so there you go. Moving to the main subject of this video, I'm painting an owl. Yay. And some of you guys did suggest owls in the comments of the last video, and it was also an animal that was already on my list for this project because, I mean, they're just so iconic and gorgeous. You cannot do a forest animal series without including an owl. And I've also still been reading Harry Potter, so that might have something to do with it. But it did take me some time to decide what kind of owl I wanted to paint because there are so many varieties and they are all so majestic and beautiful, and some of them are just downright stinking adorable. But in the end, I went with a barn owl because despite them being the most common owls in the world, they live almost everywhere. There's just something really unique about them. I feel like they have the most human-like face, at least out of all the breeds that I'm familiar with, and they have these like really slick, smooth profiles and these pale colors. I don't know, they just have this very mysterious, soulful vibe, almost like a person. And once again, it took me a while to sketch this piece, and once again, I didn't film it because it was intense, man. I am so unfamiliar with the bodies of animals. It's so hard for me to identify the shapes and planes and structure that lie underneath all of the fur, or feathers in this case. But I did end up with a sketch that I was really happy with. In fact, I actually scanned it into my computer before painting over it so that just in case I completely messed up the watercolors, I could always print out the lines and try again. But thankfully that was not needed because the colors did go well, and I was actually really vibing with this piece all the way through. It was a lot of fun. Gotta say. So once again, I reused the colors that were left over on my dirty, disgusting mixing palette. I swear I'm not planning this on purpose, but I guess a lot of forest animals have the same earthy brown and orange colors, and they were already there on my palette, so I was like, might as well use them. I don't know how long I can keep this up before I have to clean my palette, but I ain't complaining. The overall style of this owl does feel slightly more realistic than the style that I mentioned I was shooting for with this calendar project. My intention is to paint in a kind of classic storybook style, like the work of Bellatrix Potter, you know, Peter Rabbit. But I think when you're studying a subject for the first time, you tend to focus more on just making things look right rather than stylizing it. So you guys will have to let me know if this owl still fits the bill. But regardless, it is going in the calendar because I'll be totally honest, I really do like how it looks. Like, I'm kind of low-key proud of it. Look, Steve, are you proud of me?
When are you gonna draw a whale?
Now, let's talk about Inktober. That's right, no segue. We're just jumping right in. Am I participating in Inktober this year? Yes, but all of my ink bottles dried out. Okay, I'll be honest, not all of them dried out, but most of them did. I haven't used my inks in over a year, probably. I forgot to check on them. I checked on them yesterday, and it was very sad times. Not to mention my Micron fine liners are also starting to dry out, so I'm so unprepared. This year I may have to use watercolor. And I know that Inktober has really expanded a lot over the years. Artists nowadays pretty much just use whatever medium they want to use and just follow the prompt list. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the official Inktober brand is like partnered with a watercolor brand now. But you know, I'm a bit of a traditionalist. You guys know how much I love whipping out the dip pen and black India ink. But this year I'm probably just gonna follow the prompts and use whatever medium works. Mostly watercolor probably because it's kind of the closest thing to ink, but maybe something else because, spoiler, I did purchase some acrylic paints recently and I kind of want to give that a try. So we'll see what happens. I'm really excited. I love the month of October. I've participated in Inktober since 2016, before I even really started this channel. In 2018, I made a book. In 2019, I made a comic, which I didn't finish. I'm sorry. A lot of people have asked me, what is going on with that? What is the fate? Will I continue it? But that's a discussion for a whole other video. Last year, I did my own challenge called Pintober and created my very first enamel pin. Still available in my shop, by the way. And just a lot of fond memories all around, so it's always a good time. As for this calendar project, at this point I have done the calculations and there is no way I can finish it in time for a 2022 calendar, so it's gonna have to be a 2023 calendar, but I am by no means going to be slowing down the project. I'm going to be continuing it. I may even combine some Inktober prompts with a forest animal, maybe, just to keep it going throughout the end of this year. We'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just relaxing and enjoying autumn and making some good art. And also just being inspired by all of the amazing artists that you get to be exposed to during Inktober. Definitely one of my favorite parts is just discovering new amazing artists every single year. And on that note, we wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening and spending some of your day with me. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Also be sure to hit that little bell so you stay notified on upcoming videos. If you have a minute, do leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. How do you like this owl? Are you participating in Inktober this year? And, you know, if you still would like to suggest any of your favorite forest animals, feel free to do so in the comments below and I may draw them. If you'd like to support me by getting my books or other items from my shop, all that and more can be found over on my website, Zaccura.com. The link is down below in the description box, along with links to all of the tools and materials I used in this video in case any of you are curious. And until next time, stay awesome, stay inspired, always. See ya!